Hello, entrepreneurs. Welcome to another episode of Joe DeChara Presents. And tonight, I had to stop there a second because so many people ask me how to pronounce my name. And I just realized that when I went to say Joe DeChara, I actually forgot how to pronounce my own name. So if that ever happened to you, give me a hashtag yes. If you're watching, give me a hashtag live. If you don't know me, if you're here by accident, I am a CPA, CFO for solopreneurs. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. That's what I love doing. I love working with new business owners, especially brand new business owners, solopreneurs that just don't know what they don't know. And I am a CPA, serial entrepreneur. And I have designed my business. Not that you care. Why would you care about what I've done? Well, you might want to care because what I'm doing is I'm teaching what I've done. So if you want to get to where I am now, which is a pretty good place in business, well, then you might care. So, and it's a step-by-step simple approach. It didn't happen overnight. And it works. I have designed a simple formula that works, and it's based on simplicity, uh, learning. You got to put the work in. There's no way around that. And I'm not here to preach. I am not, even though a lot of times because I'm passionate about helping small business owners succeed. And there's only one reason for that. And it was because I wanted to succeed. I want to succeed. And I heard this guy Zig Ziglar say one time that you can get anything in the world that you want if you help enough people get what they want. And that's a pretty simple formula. So I've been trying. I've been, you know, trials and tribulations, whatever I can do to put together to help other people succeed. And it's working. And one of the things I want to share with you tonight is something that came about as a result of one of the mastermind groups. Actually, this was my mastermind group, which is Mastermind with JoeDeChara.com. We meet every Saturday at 2 p.m. And I'd like to invite you to that. And things happen during a mastermind meeting. If you've never been involved with one, and I'm going to click over here to see if anybody's chatting. Any of my friends watching me, stalking me, hello. But what happens, and I talk about this a lot because it's part of the mastermind group is probably the most powerful single tool that you can utilize in your business. If there was one thing even more powerful than a coach, because if you have a bad coach and they're telling you, and I've been led, not that they were bad, it was just that we weren't on the same page, but if you got a bad coach, you're screwed if you only got one tool. But if you have a mastermind, you got a pool of people that are just sharing thoughts, inspiration. We don't talk about that enough. We get inspiration from each other. And we start out with topics and discussions, and by the end of the meeting, we've discovered something almost every meeting. And it could be something about ourselves, something about somebody else's business. It could be similarities. It could be anything. So if anybody asked me if there's one thing that somebody could do that gets into business, it is join a mastermind group. And mastermind, be careful because it's a label. A real mastermind is really a meeting of the minds on a common goal. So, a couple of decades ago, people got together and said, let's create an atomic bomb. And they created a mastermind group. Yeah, maybe that's not the best example, but that's what it was. Even the the United States was created by a mastermind group. They sought independence, and that's it. So when I say mastermind group, it could be just a group of 2 or 3 people discussing business success, if that's what your objective is. Anyway, I didn't want to do this presentation on mastermind groups, but what happened was one of our members did a presentation, Tom Harris, and Tom, if you're listening, thank you. And Tom is an author, and so am I. And one of the things that he was talking about was how easy it is to be an author. He's in the process of writing 10 books. And I'm actually in one of my projects, the 18 different major projects that I have going on, is writing my next book. And so I'm listening to Tom, and I already started the book. So I said, let me continue. Now I'm energized. And I go back through my content, and it turned out I already have a book. I have a book that I never published. And it's a book I've been using and teaching people with. I've used it as a PowerPoint presentation. And there it was. I'm trying to write another book when meanwhile I already have one. And then I said, hello, Mr. Business Expert that can't follow your own advice. You also have Bedrock University. And I've been trying to create this sequence. I've been working on this sequence of having something like what my executive VA, Elizabeth, calls my signature offer. And this is like my signature course, my signature keynote. If I was going to talk on anything as an expert, this is what it would be. I call it New Business Mastery. And so last night, and this is how fast, and I wrote this a while ago. I wrote this maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. And I put it up on my Bedrock University, and that's why I'm talking about this tonight. I want to promote Bedrock University. Now, right now, this is up here as a course, and I'm going to show you. If you go into Bedrock University, you can register for free. Let me make that clear. Anybody, and we're not restricted by COVID-19. Okay, so we got a full slate of classes here. Let me just show you some of these classes. Conflict in Business, and it's quick. This is a very interesting course. My friend Lynn Murphy was brilliant. Obviously, Finding the Key to Happiness with my happiness friend Ricky Powell is a great one. Team Building with Mike Wolf. And I recommend all of these because I interviewed all of these people and I learned a lot. And that was the idea. I said, I learned so much from these interviews. What if I turn the interview into a course? And that's what I've done with a lot of my friends and associates. This is one, if you're listening to this in my Facebook group, Bedrock Business Builders, that was a result of me interviewing Haley Gray about how to build a Facebook group. And now we have over 900, active members, and we're growing. So this is what I put up here last night. And the course right now is listed for $97. I still have work to do on it because it was started just as like everything else, just as a series of ideas that I had, that common patterns of situations that come up with all businesses. And so if you go here, I'm in. You're going to register, and what I'm going to do, if you're listening to this broadcast, if you're listening live, and you want this course for free, and something's happening, it looks like my tech thing isn't working here, but I do have other ways to get in. Okay. Courses. Now, this is what the university looks like if you've registered and signed up for all of these courses. So, yeah, like I said, there's a wealth of information up here. Most of these courses are free. And it looks like I still haven't registered for my own course. But I just want to give everybody an idea of what's going to be. And obviously, it looks like I'm getting stuck in a vicious circle here. But I do have another way. See, I am a problem solver. And that's one thing my friend Craig Duswell taught me, is that be prepared for things to go wrong whenever you're doing a presentation. And I used to think at one point that he would make things go wrong on purpose, just to show people that he was normal and that okay, that ain't gonna work. Oh, so here's what I forgot. Okay, here's the lesson. Okay. So what we're going to do is, you can go into here, intro. Yes. Okay. Anyway, sorry, folks, but the idea here is that new business mastery, what it's going to do for you is unlock all of the mystery, all of the things that you don't know. They say that what you don't know is what gets you in trouble. When you start a new business, how do you know what you don't know? And I didn't know, because how would I know? When I first started and I started driving my ice cream truck and I started my CPA career, I closed down the ice cream truck business after I graduated college. And then I get a letter from New York State telling me that I had a tax warrant. And I didn't know what a tax warrant was. I thought that they were going to arrest me and I was going to have to post bail. I had no idea. I never got a letter from the government like that. Before that, I got a couple of IRS refund checks, which was good. But now all of a sudden, I realized that, hey, I did something that I wasn't supposed to do. And it scared the gazebas out of me. And I spent the rest of my career trying to help people figure out what they don't know. And what I realized, folks, and I'm going to wrap it up with this. What I realized was it's a much better strategy, much better to teach people what the roadblocks are up ahead so that they can avoid them, instead of finding people that have tried to stumble through the roadblocks and gotten dragged. So if you've been dragged, I've been praying for you. I've been trying to work with people like you for decades, and I will still work with you. If you're being dragged right now, go to timewithjoe.com and book a free chat with me, and I'll see if I can get you unhooked. That being said, I have decided to do these kinds of programs, these kind of activities, things like Bedrock University, my $47 a month CFO program for solopreneurs, all based on the fact that I can help more people by teaching them the stuff that they need to know. And this is all information, folks, that is going to affect your business. If you're in business, now let's just review a couple of the things that I covered here. The benefits, they might seem obvious, but, I cover it. Speed bumps, some of the people that are going to have their eyes on you. How to start a business, and then how to do business, because technically speaking, nobody really knows. Even, and this kills me, you can go into a bank and they'll open up a bank account for you, but you can't go in there and get advice on how to start your business from a banker. I'm sorry, but that's no way to start your business or to do business. Books and records, you got to keep files, payroll and independent contractor issues, financial reports and tax returns. Now, none of these are sexy. Oh, I can't wait to get up and go to that, speed bumps course on chapter 3. I can't wait to find out what problems are up ahead. They're not sexy. I understand that, but they're reality. Like Dr. M. Scott Peck, or whatever his name is, with the road less traveled. He said, life is tough. Once you accept that, you can start to enjoy life. So once you could accept the fact that there are people that are going to, have their hooks in you, the government, the banks, the insurance companies, everybody's going to want a piece of you, whether you like it or not. Once you're in business, that is the fact. So the question is, do you want to do it intentionally, with your head on straight, looking straight ahead, knowing what's in store for you, or do you want to just wing it? It's up to you. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. God bless. Thank you if you've watched. I do see that there. Hello, Elizabeth. Yes, I know, Elizabeth. We're going to be doing a lot on independent contractors because I think I might have to make you an employee. So, but you're in another state, so that was a whole nother set of problems. Anyway, good night, everybody. It's been fun, and sign up for Bedrock University.